Entering the 2015-16 season, the South Dakota women's basketball team was coming off a 26-win season and a Summit League regular season championship. And while many would call that a successful season, head coach Amy Williams knew it was just the beginning of something special. But the season didn't start out the way the team had hoped, and after an 0-3 road trip to start the season, the team needed a spark to get back on track. And what better way to get back on track than at the Dakota Dome, where the team had been a perfect 15-0 a season ago. The Coyotes welcomed Marquette into the Dome in late November, and after a slow first half, the Coyotes erupted with 59 points in the second half, on their way to a 28-point win. And that was just the beginning. Over the next 28 games, the Coyotes would go 26-2, with one of those losses coming at the hands of Washington, a team that would go all the way to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament. And the Coyotes weren't just sneaking by their opponents. The average margin of defeat was nearly 20 points per game. Arguably, the two biggest wins over that stretch were against South Dakota State, as the Coyotes swept the regular season series for the first time since the 1989-90 season, and on their way to their second consecutive Summit League regular season championship. After winning their first two games of the Summit League tournament, the Coyotes took a 16-game winning streak into the championship game against South Dakota State, with a trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. It was a back-and-forth game between two great teams, but in the end, the Coyotes came up short.
Seakamp at the top of the point. The three-pointer is off of the mark, no good. The rebound for Stewart, and that's it. South Dakota State has won the Summit League Tournament Championship, and they'll head to the NCAA tournament again.
We put a whole season together, and we played well in the Summit League Conference the whole time. We were 15-1, and just because we lost now doesn't mean that all that hard work's gone for nothing. We're just going to have a few days off and just kind of refocus, and we're a great team. We stick together, and that's exactly what we're going to do after this. We're going to stick together and focus on the next one.
All of us that are sitting in this room know and understand there's two tremendous teams that fought it out today on that court. I'm just thrilled to be able to coach this team again. And, that's the best thing about this day. It's a disappointing day, but the best thing about it is it's not the last time that I will coach this team.
And so the next chapter began.
Miller moves to her left, 9 to shoot. Miller steps back for three, straight away. Bank shot, good for three. The bank open for Taya Miller, cut off by a double team. Right corner, three ball. Duffy got it. Caitlin Duffy drills the three. Duffy to inbound, lobs it inside the paint. There's a shot for Seakamp. That's good. Nicole Seakamp under the bucket, scores for two. She has 15. Right wing to Jasmine Trimboli. Baseline right pass, shot fake for Seakamp, runs by the defender. Layup off to the right side with her left hand on a scooping fashion. Good. The Coyotes have another chance. Pass over to the right side. Three-pointer for Duffy. Right wing. Welcome back, Caitlin Duffy. Trimboli moves on the right side. Half quarter. It is gone. She drained it into half court at the horn salvage. Trimboli on the left wing. Skips it right side. Bradley open for three. Got it. J.C. Bradley has a three-point answer. Pass deflected by Seakamp. Seakamp saves it on the sideline. It finds the hands of Miller. in the lane, jump stop, jumping over the window, right side, good for two. Heemeler has 7 points, and Western Kentucky wants a timeout. Keisha Brown to Ivy Brown. Ivy Brown, the midcourt logo to Noble. Noble triple team, and she's stepped across the half-court line. Over and back, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and that's it. South Dakota defeats Western Kentucky, and the Coyotes are headed to the semifinals of the WNIT.
I mean, it is the end of season and people are tired, like mentally, physically, it's long. We've been doing this since like August. But like our fans, they just really get us fired up and like give us a reason to keep fighting.
We worked so hard to get to this point and we made it to the Final Four, so we might as well just finish it all out.
Welcome inside the Dakota Dome on the campus of the University of South Dakota for tonight's WNIT semifinal game between the Oregon Ducks and the University of South Dakota Coyotes. Coyote fans are out in full force tonight. They'll try to push this team into the WNIT championship game on Saturday afternoon. The Coyotes will move left to right, 7:38 to play in the first quarter. Jasmine Trimboli erupts the dome as the Coyotes have scored first. 4:10 to go, second quarter. Kelly Stewart straight away. 3-ball, got it! Splash, and Kelly Stewart has another 3. Over to the right side, Heemeler with the basketball. Heemeler to Duffy for 3. It is good. Caitlin Duffy drills a 3. Her third in the ballgame, and Duffy has 9. Pass deflected off the hands of Seekamp. Gathered by McLeod. Back to Seekamp for 3. Got it! Nicole Seekamp buries a 3. She's got 12 in the half. Now up to 8 points, and it's 45-25, South Dakota. Here's Seekamp slicing through the defense, kicks it out right wing, 3-ball. Heemeler got it! Kaya Heemeler drills the 3. South Dakota's been red hot behind the arc. Heemeler trying to work past Bando, harassed by Bando. The ball stripped away for Heemeler's got to heave it up. Will fire it with the right hand and drains it. Oh my goodness! Kaya Heemeler just stepped around and threw a baseball pass, just trying to hit the rim, and she drained the darn thing. Holy cow! South Dakota wins it over Oregon, 88-54, and the Coyotes are headed to the WNIT championship.
I just baseball threw it up, and once it left my hands, I was like, oh, that looks pretty good.
Things had gone very well up to that point, but you see that kind of heave from almost near half court, and it goes in. It's kind of like this our night.
As of lately, we're just all enjoying every moment, and we don't wanna end on a loss.
We have this opportunity in front of us now and we just need to take advantage of it to the fullest.
Two teams will battle it out on the hardwood in front of a sold-out crowd in the Dakota Dome finale. It's the University of South Dakota versus Florida Gulf Coast University with the WNIT championship on the line. Forget March, it's April Madness, and we're in for a treat. And the ball is in the air. The WNIT championship game is underway. Heemeler stops with the point, dishes in the paint. Here's Liveringhouse, turnaround jumper, good for 2. Liveringhouse has her first 2 of the ball game. Works at the top of the point, fires right. Here's Duffy open for 3. Caitlin Duffy buries the 3. Seekamp floats it up to Heemeler. Heemeler shot fake in the paint. The jumper, good for 2. She'll work up to the point. Now fires right side to Duffy on the right wing. Back up top, Heemeler wants the 3-pointer. Heemeler drills the 3. Play continues. Duffy left wing open for 3. Caitlin Duffy drills the 3. 41-29. In the paint, Heemeler up with a shot. It is good. She played it and she's fouled. Left side on the wing, Heemeler. Heemeler at the free throw line. Works back around the perimeter. Left side, 3-ball for Kelly Stewart. Kelly Stewart hits a 3. She has 12 and South Dakota leads at 61-53. Seekamp moves to her right side. Draws the double team. Kicks it out right side. Heemeler launches the 3. Heemeler here's the 3. Here comes Seekamp, Duffy, Kelly Stewart, and Jasmine Trimboli as they clap to the fans. Coyotes get the ball inbounded, and that's it. South Dakota wins the WNIT 71-65, the final score.
Greatness resides in toughness together, and I think that word just kind of sums up the way this team has played.
The very first practice after that loss to South Dakota State, when they knew they were going to go to the NIT, coach stopped the practice a little ways in and went, "You're practicing like we're done." Bang.
People keep reminding us only 3 women's teams in the whole country get to end their senior year on a win. And we're one of those teams.
Welcome to my house. You heard me? We ain't gotta go out, 'cause what? Welcome to my house. It's my house, my house. What? Welcome to my house. It's my house.